So the next question is, who are some entrepreneurs in the fashion retail space that you admire for being innovative, and why? So there are a few that I admire for being pretty innovative. One is Jake Bronstein, is the founder of Flint and Tinder, and that's Flint and Tinder, Tinder. They're a relatively new company, and if you haven't checked them out yet, I would. And they're doing some really cool things. They first brought manufacturing back to the US, which is a huge passion of theirs. And they also recently came out with something called the 10-year hoodie, which is a hoodie that's guaranteed to last, or a hoodie sweatshirt that's guaranteed to last for 10 years. And even if you get a rip in it or the zipper breaks, you can just send it back and they'll replace it. They had found out that clothing companies were purposefully making clothing that fell apart after a few months or years, and kind of were outraged about that and thought that was awful practice and wanted to really change that. So they came out with this 10-year hoodie as a way to say, like, we're only going to make quality clothing, and we would never do that to our customers. And what I think is really cool about them is that they really do a great job of having a very tight value system. So if you go to their website, if you watch a few videos, you'll understand what their values are and what they stand for. And then they do a really great job of sharing those with customers, bring customers on board to those values, and really making it part of their large brand identity. I think that lots of great brands like Patagonia, Whole Foods do a really great job of that. So it's really inspiring to see a smaller company do that as well. And Jake is a really great entrepreneur. He's a great speaker. He's extremely personable. When we actually launched our Kickstarter, I reached out to him. I'd never met him before, but just cold emailed him and asked him for advice. And he got on the phone with me and really helped me think through a lot of the questions. So he's definitely someone that I admire for both having the vision, making sure that the company executes on the vision, and making sure that kind of everyone buys into his value set. And also, while he does that, he's extremely nice and giving. Another entrepreneur who I admire is Neil, the co-founder of Warby Parker. So I'm sure lots of people on the phone have heard of Warby Parker and think that it's a great brand. And I think that they just do an amazing job of being a very tight, very cool brand. And they've done great stuff with their branding. If you go into their showroom in New York, you walk in and you feel like, wow, I know what this brand is. I know what they stand for. I understand their DNA. And I really feel like this is something that I buy into. I think that he's done a great job kind of getting them to that position. And likewise, he's also an extremely nice, humble, down-to-earth entrepreneur who always has time for other entrepreneurs. So those are two people that I really admire from the startup space. From the non-startup space, I very much admire Yvon, the founder of Patagonia. I think that he's a climber at heart, like I am, and he's really done an amazing job of having this climbing culture at the forefront of all of his products. So they still have kind of elite athletes test out all their gear before you or I buy it. They have just very product focused. And I think he's really spearheaded that and has brought that product focus to Patagonia and that innovation, which we at MLS definitely admire.